here to tell you about the trombone. The trombone is a member of the brass family, meaning that it's an instrument made out of metal that's been shaped into all of this tubing. Now, it's a member of the brass family, and it's what we generally would consider in the sort of the tenor range. So it's low, but not at the very bottom, sort of in the middle side of the low range. Now, all brass instruments have something called a mouthpiece that you buzz into in order to make sound. So for starters, you just use your lips and go kind of like you're saying the letter M and then blowing air through them that makes your lips vibrate. Now you do the same thing into the mouthpiece. And you get that sort of sound. Then you do the same thing putting the mouthpiece into the actual instrument. And there we have the basics of how you play a brass instrument. Now the one thing that's special about a trombone is that it has a slide as well. Rather than having valves or buttons like some other wind or brass instruments, the slide is how you change the notes on the trombone. There are 7 positions on the slide, so 7 different spots that you can go to, and each of those positions has a multitude of notes in them to allow you to change and get through different ranges. So, one of the fun things about having a slide is that you can do things like this. So you can do some kind of comedic sounds with the trombone slide. Now, I want to show you a couple different types of trombones because they can come in different shapes and sizes. This is a tenor trombone, but you'll notice there's some extra tubing in here that's called an F attachment. This is more common when you're maybe a professional musician or an advanced high school or college musician because the extra tubing can help you get some low notes and do some other things a little bit quicker than you might be able to on another trombone. This here is a little bit more of a standard tenor trombone that you would see that doesn't have the extra tubing that's wrapped up here. There's also such thing as an alto trombone. This is a little more rare and only used in a lot of older orchestral music, maybe from the time of Mozart, Beethoven, a little bit in Brahms. Some contemporary music may have it as well, but it's more of a period instrument than anything else. There also is such thing as a bass trombone, but I don't happen to have one with me at home right now, so I can't play one of those for you. It has even more tubing than this trombone that allows it to go even lower and kind of live in that lower range. Now, one of the big things that I like to talk about when I'm telling people about the trombone is the beautiful sound that it can make. More than any other instrument, the trombone can mimic the human voice. In fact, its purpose when it was originally sort of designed and brought around was to back up medieval choirs in big cathedrals to help them sound larger. Because there are no valves or buttons, it can have the smoothness of a voice in changing notes, and they could use those trombones to back up the voices and make the choir sound even larger and stronger in those huge cathedrals. So it's kind of a unique thing about the trombone, and it's one of the things I love about it the most. I'm not the world's greatest singer, but I can use my trombone to sing in those various ways and to play lots of different things. So here's just a little sample of the trombone. So, I hope you have enjoyed hearing a little bit about the trombone, and let me tell you, it's a wonderful instrument to play for all of those reasons. There are some fun things you can do with it. You can use it in a lot of different types of music, from classical to jazz, from band to orchestra, even in a rock band. It can be used in a lot of different ways, and it's always been such a joy for me to do. I'm going to play a short piece for you now, and this is a tango written by a composer from Argentina called Le Gran Tango by Astor Piazzolla. He wrote it for a cellist originally, but it shows a lot of fun things that you can do on the trombone.